In central Khartoum, a brutal power struggle has left many neighborhoods unrecognizable. Just a week ago, they were bustling with successful business people, dignitaries and diplomats, enjoying their lunches under the blistering sun at cafes, browsing through the well-stocked pharmacy, and admiring the custom-designed kitchens imported from Europe. Yet, after an extended period of shelling and gunfire, these same streets now sit abandoned and in ruins, as thousands have been forced to flee their homes. For Omer Belal, a resident of Khartoum too, the situation is grim. Very few people are left in the neighborhood, and he, too, has sent his family to safety. "It was random artillery strikes and a huge rocket hit my neighbor's house," he said. "Entire neighborhoods in the areas around us are empty." The sudden and intense conflict between two Sudanese forces, the Transitional Governing Sovereign Council, headed by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, led by General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Hemeti, has resulted in the deaths of nearly 300 people, with the medics warning that the actual number is likely much higher. While many are fleeing for safety, the mass exodus has created a different kind of chaos in other areas. For example, thousands of refugees have flooded the city of Wad Madani, 80 miles southeast of the capital, now sleeping in their cars in the streets since they have no other options. The past few weeks have revealed the fragility of the transition to civilian rule, revealing tensions between the two fearsome commanders. The RSF combatants, mainly young men recruited from distant Darfur, have been pitted against the detached establishment living in affluent neighborhoods, and this spark of resentment has only added fuel to the fire. And yet, the true motivation behind the fighting is a power that does not recognize boundaries, an effort to win control of Sudan's resources and crumbling yet powerful state. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey became the latest foreign leader to try and cease the conflict, calling both Burhan and Hemeti in separate phone calls. His efforts and those of others have yet to bear fruit, and many fear that a prolonged civil war may be headed Sudan's way unless something drastically changes. The heartbreak and destruction of this conflict have taken a toll on those who used to call these places home, and the chaos that reigns in Khartoum shows no sign of abating soon. Many, like Belal, feel trapped in this cycle of destruction, forced to wait for the explosions to subside so that they can find safety. With no end in sight, Sudanese citizens are searching for a way out of this desperate situation.